Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Not every secret is buried with the dead. And Deanna understands that more clearly than anyone when she decides she will no longer allow grief to consume her in silence, but instead turns it into a weapon sharp, deliberate, forged from fragments of memory and the smallest details surrounding Doug's suspicious death. What once felt like scattered doubts has now formed a terrifyingly coherent picture. And when Deanna stands before Joey, this is no longer a confrontation driven by a grieving daughter, but a reckoning carried out by someone who has chosen a path with no return. She's not seeking explanations, nor does she crave remorse, because in her eyes there is only one thing left: the certainty that the truth, no matter how brutal, must be exposed. Joey, who has always prided himself on controlling every situation with cold precision and authority, begins to feel the ground shift beneath him for the first time. He realizes that Deanna is no longer someone who can be manipulated by emotion, but has become a formidable threat, someone willing to destroy everything, even herself, just to drag him down with her. His silence is no longer a sign of confidence, but a shield, a fragile attempt to hold together the last remaining pieces of a secret that is already cracking apart. Yet what truly unsettles him is not what Deanna knows, but how much she seems to know, so much that denial now feels hollow, almost pointless. Caught in the center of this collision, Vanessa is drawn in not as a participant, but as a witness who becomes the one most deeply wounded. What Deanna reveals does not simply raise questions about Doug's death, but exposes the inconsistencies in Joey's behavior. The moments Vanessa once dismissed out of love now returning with a far darker meaning. She begins to revisit every memory, every gesture, every word Joey ever offered her, and realizes that too many things no longer align with the story she believed in. Trust, once the fragile foundation that helped her survive Doug's loss, now becomes the most unstable thing of all, ready to collapse under the weight of a single doubt. Vanessa finds herself torn apart in a brutal internal conflict, no longer just a woman searching for happiness, but someone standing between two devastating truths. On one side is Joey, the man who pulled her out of grief and gave her a reason to live again, and on the other is Doug, whose death still echoes with unanswered questions. She realizes that her choice is not simply whether to believe Joey or not, but whether she has the strength to face the truth or continue living inside a carefully constructed illusion. As the facades begin to crack, the air around them grows suffocating, every movement carrying the weight of an irreversible decision. Deanna refuses to stop, pushing everything further, forcing Vanessa to confront what she has long avoided, forcing Joey to face the reality that everything he has built may collapse before his eyes. Under mounting pressure, reactions grow more extreme, darker thoughts begin to surface, and the line between self-preservation and destruction becomes dangerously blurred. And in that moment, just as everything seems to reach its breaking point, a far more dangerous truth begins to emerge, not as a confession, but as a chilling realization shared between them. Doug's death may never have been a single, isolated accident. What Deanna has uncovered might only be the surface of something far more complex, where each of them may have, knowingly or not, played a role in the tragedy. This realization offers no relief, only deepens the darkness, because if the full truth comes to light, it will not only destroy Joey, but drag Vanessa and Deanna down with him into a spiral from which none of them can escape, leaving behind nothing of the lies they once believed were real. Thank you for watching the entire video. Please like and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates on the